Let's go.
And meal one is ready. So a cup of tea. I like starting my day with a cup of tea or a coffee. Today's a cup of tea. And we've got 100 grams of oats, which are slightly runny to be fair. Probably shouldn't have put that much water on, that was a bit excessive. We've got 45 grams of protein granola from Aldi. It's like the cranberry one, tastes really nice. And just a satsuma. So yeah, that is meal numero uno. Wait, I was meant to say numero uno. Number one, meal one, let's go.
If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas.
Yo people, just getting my steps in. So steps are now at 10k a day. We're at 8k, increasing them up to 10k just to increase expenditure a little bit. So I just make sure I do 70k per week. So when I say 10k a day, some days I might do 12, some days I might do 8. Just make sure I get 70 through the week. So yeah, steps are increased, get me morning steps in. I'm gonna go train in a couple of hours at Progress Works, got upper, so I'll show you a few bits from that session and obviously the rest of the meals for today. So yeah mate, I'm just gonna listen to tunes now in a bit. You know what, I can't go on a walk without stopping for a piss. This is the feels of dieting. You make sure you're well hydrated, like you're doing in any kind of phase, but even more so when you're dieting. I always have to stop off for a piss. It ain't ideal, is it, when you can't go for a little hour walk and not go for a piss. Just opened a little delivery, a resistance band. So this will be seen again in another video next week because I'm using this on the Cybex hack squat, reverse banding it just to save my knees, get a little bit more out my quad. So I'm actually filming, like I say, a legs video very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. So here is the natty stack. No training test here, that's why we're forever small. Sign off over here, water to consume all this with. Probably argue that's not a supplement and more of an essential, because if you don't drink water you die, so that's definitely not a supplement, is it? We'll call that one an essential. Creatine, so yeah, I mean, who hasn't read up about creatine yet? Let's not waste my breath. Take your creatine. Omega-3, don't consume too much fish in my diet, so quite worth having. Vitamin C, have a fair bit of citrus fruit, but again, no harm in having it. Vitamin D, obviously I live in the UK, weather here is not exactly that warm and too much sunlight, so yeah, well, it's not too bad today. And a multivitamin, which is pretty self-explanatory. That's the natty stack. Okay, so here is meal number two. First of all, we've got some squash. I don't track my squash, there's about 4 calories in it. I'll probably be okay not tracking that, as long as it's consistent anyway. And we've got 2 hot cross buns, so it's the salted caramel ones from Aldi. So the fats are slightly higher, only by like 3 or 4 grams, so it's fine. So 4 grams more than normal, I'm not stressing like I say. And the jam I use is that blackcurrant jam there, so 30 grams of that. And then we have a banana. So no protein served in this one, just carbohydrates, just to aid performance in the gym, because I'll be training in about an hour. So yeah, that's meal number 2. I was actually thinking to do a voiceover of this whole session, and then realised halfway through I'd only filmed about half the stuff. So yeah, I'm not doing that. There's just going to be this clip and another clip. So this is like my first press, top set, 1 rep up, which has pretty much been the story of this whole dieting phase, which is, you know, progressing presses whilst dieting. That's, a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people, when they diet, when they drop body weight, the first things to go is their presses. And I am going to touch on a little bit about why I think I'm getting stronger in a deficit this time round in comparison to other years when pressing, like I say, has never got stronger. It's always like diminished as weeks have gone on. So yeah, I'll talk about that later. Up session was good. Progressed pretty much everything. So yeah, all good. We'll get back to the full day of eating and talk about food and stuff. Sound. So that's upper done. Now we're going to get in the post-workout meal. So we're going to have 2 bagels, Warburton Thins. We're going to have some chicken breasts. Obviously not the whole package because that's quite excessive. 1 chicken breast, well, 200 grams of chicken breast. And then the sauce I'm going to use is this skinny sauce chip shop curry. That's actually really nice and it's very calorie friendly. And there's this other one I thought I'd show you, just to let you know. This is shit. Well, I think it tastes shit. It's the skinny sauce one, but it's a sweet chili. It's not very nice, I don't think, anyway. This is the one. This, that's a little beast.
I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball.
Yo, so just getting a few more steps in this evening. So I hit 10k. So I thought I'd just give you a little update on where I am at the minute with all the variables. So not an awful lot to cover. Steps, like I said, at 10k on training day and non-training day. Food is at 2,600 calories on a training day, 2,500 on a non-training day. The training day calories consist of more carbs, non-training day slightly higher fats. Rate of loss I'm going for is 1% of body weight per week, so roughly about 1.7 to 1.8 pounds per week. And cardio is at 30 minutes twice a week. So yeah, I'm 17 pounds down in just over 8.5 weeks. And some people might perceive that as like too aggressive rate of loss. And the reason I know it isn't is because my gym performance is still good. If your body weight's dropping quick and your gym performance is dropping, then potentially you're in too much of an aggressive calorie deficit. Whereas for me, this dieting phase is the most productive one I've ever done. I think the main difference from this time round dieting has been my exercise selection, and let me explain why. Like at the end of the day, if I'm not giving the muscles enough stimulus to stick around whilst being in a calorie deficit, it's just going to do one, you know, it's not going to stick around. So I've got to be smart with my training and think, you know, how can I produce the most mechanical tension to the muscle? And that is by being in a stable environment and connecting to it well and trying to still get stronger, or at least retain strength. That's what's going to keep hold of the muscle, at least in my opinion. Some people might say, oh, keep the barbell benching because you're recruiting stabilizer muscles and you're recruiting more muscle fibers because of it. But, you know, it's not to say it's the wrong way to do it. I just think there's better ways to do it. And I'd like to hear people's opinions on that, because I actually think, to me, it makes sense. Okay, and the last meal of the day, we've got 200 grams of beef mince, 100 grams of pasta, we've got some asparagus, and we've got some mixed veg. So we've got some carrots, peas, broccoli, cauliflower. Oh, we're steaming up, mate. That's not ideal, is it? Now you can't see anything. Let me give that a little rub. There we go. And the sauce I'm going to use is this one that I said is pretty shit, but I don't even know if that's going to go. Sweet chili with all this. I mean, I can't eat it like that. It's a bit dry, that, isn't it? So we're going to try it anyway. Probably make it taste shit, but never mind. Oh, and the Coke Zero. I've actually run out. This is all I've got left for tonight. I'll have to have a cuppa later. Anyway, I'm doing one that is my full day of eating. I've got more of these coming. I've got more videos coming, so I'm going to be uploading frequently now, at least once a week, whilst I'm going through this prep, if we can call it that. Is it just a diet? I'm not competing. Can I call it a prep if I'm not competing? Probably not, but we're still going to do it so we get a few more views. Yeah, I'm also going to do some YouTube shorts as well, just to kind of help with the algorithm, see if it drives some traffic towards the channel. So yeah, that's it. Another video next week. I'll also do a physique update next week as well, show you how I'm looking. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop it a like if you did. Comment whatever you want. Just comment your name if you want, I don't care. And subscribe. Sound in a bit.